Good morning, dear students. Wish you all a very good day. Intermediate second year prose first lesson of studies. Of studies written by Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon is father of essayist. Already last class we have to discuss some. So due to continue to reminding lesson. Now come to lesson about the author in. It is the lesson of civil and moral. Civil and moral. Civil means our life, human life, not only instructions and there is no restricted life. Individually, freedom and liberty in his thoughts. So not civil life, defense life. Defense life is followed to sequential order. Early morning we wake up and do you have to follow commander gives us commandings. Very disciplined life in defense life. So there is no defense, there is no discipline. Everyone as you wish your thoughts, your actions, it is not disturbed to any other. It is your own effort, like his thoughts, habits. You have to like freedom. It is the civil life. Civil and moral, he was told. Moral, we have lived freedom, but some morals we are follow. We should not cross. So he was said in civil and moral. Let's continue. Bacon real interest lied in field in science. He has been called the father of empiricism. Empiricism means experienced in various fields. Then his works argued for possibility of scientific knowledge based only upon indicative reasoning and careful observations of events in nature. His works argued of possibility of scientific knowledge any time and more effort for in experiments of science he was participated. He was regraded. While Bacon says not only scientific knowledge, he was said to otherwise knowledge also. Indicative reasoning and careful observations of events in nature. He was observed surrounding nature. Careful observations of event in nature. Every event he was observing very carefully. It will be how to process. Then it is good or bad. It is useful of in future. How to do, how to not do. He was said to. Then he is published his ideas in Novum Organum. He has many thoughts. He was discovered many ways for this society, and he was discovered to many experiments experienced in scientific knowledge. Then, meanwhile, his experiments, his views, his thoughts published in his ideas 1620. So the book is Novum Organum. Novum Organum. His ideas, thoughts published in 1620. Then an account of correct method of acquiring natural knowledge. He was acquiring of natural knowledge. Natural knowledge means it was practical life. Surrounding, for example, you talk to only mother tongue, you don't know about other language, but you are living, your neighbors, they speak to another one language, they are different mother tongue, your tongue is different. You live like their neighbors, they are live like your neighbors. You are communicated to anywhere, anybody, do you want in there. So communicate to develop to, you could understand his language, his thoughts, his culture. Then otherwise they also understand about your language, your traditions, your knowledge also. Then while both are learning each languages speaking and reading, it will be processed naturally acquiring knowledge. So correct method of acquiring knowledge he was described. Another work on science is advancement of learning. Is not only experiments and how to present essay in English literature. It's not true. So another one also he was served. He was worked in another one. What is that? The another work is science is advancement of learning. Then his popular works is the popular very famous books and novels book. His other popular works include The New Atlantis. What is that? The New Atlantis and Wisdom of the Ancient. Its two are very popular. Two are very popular. These two is written by Francis Bacon. What is that two is? The New Atlantis and second one is Wisdom of the Ancient. Next one is Wisdom of the Ancients and the most adorable essay first published in 1597. Later published by adding some more essays in 1625. Now we read the present essay of study is taken from his book of essay and it is the counsel. It is the counsel. Then of study, he was said to us, what is? He was compared to human society varying somewhat. Then how many of, if you have habit of reading book, he is asking, how many books have, if you have to read habit books, then meanwhile, how many books are you stop reading? Then do you agree that nowadays majority of people are losing habit of reading? Yes, everybody has losing the habit. Before last, we are asking to his doubt, what is that? What is your habit? Reading books and listen music. Very oftenly, everybody has said to his habit. Then nowadays, the habit is forgetting. There is no patience. They should not interest in developing, acquiring in knowledge. But everybody has feel like I am more knowledgeable person. They show like is wisdom. Nowadays, majority people have losing in habit reading books. Just very few members reading in newspaper. Not fully, just important news only. Then there is no reading books. It's not developed the quality of properly. There is no. But everybody said reading book if you are acquiring your knowledge. But now we should not follow this type of. Again, do you know there are lots of benefits in studies? Do you know? It is the benefit when we have to study books, it is more useful for us. While the books gives us more knowledge, while we have developed to very most wisdom, wisest persons. There are a lot of benefits. There are a lot of benefits in studies of books. Studies cure illness really. It is true or not? It is true. Indians have said true. Some diseases are cured in listening music. Some diseases are cured by music. And then some diseases are cured by yoga. Some diseases are cured by exercise. And then the same, we are psychologically disabled person. Sometimes. Then, meanwhile, when you have read more books, acquire knowledge, in your develop in his self. Now the result is gives to us you are like a most mighty person. It is the one of the way studies cure illness. It is the real. If you say how, for example, you suffering one psychological problem, but it's not solved. When you read more books, again, if you have to found in the way of in your problem, so founded by you, the way of solution discovered by you. It is essay also. Studies are for delight, for ornament, and for ability. In our society, very highest and wealthy persons, they are wearing to jewels, golden jewels, wearing to in neck and earrings and bracelets, festival, any other India exhibited. It is shown to us we are very wealthy persons. We are most powerful persons. They shown like us, and at the same time, ornament for ability. Studies are of delight here, like a brightness shown. For ornament for ability, ornament means if you have one necklace, that is golden necklace, you are wearing on neck. So it is shown to us, I have a golden necklace. Then here also study delight. For example, MA, WMA, Triple MA, MED, MPhil, PhD. It is if you have to get in degrees in your knowledge in your favorite subject, then the degrees have mentioned in your name ending place, added your name after. For example, Swadesh, MA, MED, MPhil, PhD. So it is your degrees. It was like shown. It is my abilities in this field. At the same, who is wearing ornaments like gold ornaments shown to others. At the same, who is studying delight, they are for ornament for abilities. Ornament means here your qualifications exhibited after your name. Then their chief use for delight in a privateness are returning for ornament in his degrees and for abilities. Whenever you gain your degrees in this field of your most experienced, shown to them. So I am the ability person. The abilities are exposed wherever you have facing one problem. So it is disposed and for abilities. It is your first struggles when you have exposed your abilities, which is the judgment and disposition. It is exposed in there. You are solving puzzle in your mind. Then, if you have taken decisions, then you will give the judgment and dispositions of business. For expert man as executive, expert man can execute. So more knowledge you your advisor and solution in puzzles and judgment commanding in ease. So, meanwhile, it is honored to for an expert man execute, then and perhaps judge of particulars. When you are, it is your decision. It is like a judgment. Your judgment, as you said some commands, it is true, it is not true. You said it is final judgment. Then whoever across in your judgment, whoever not content in your way, it is your studies of your abilities. Studies of your abilities. The abilities has shown to it is critical situations of judgment and particularly in your practical life. One by one, we have solved one problem. Then again, oftenly, quickly entered another one struggle also. So it will be we have solved to going to move to our life in front. While life is practical, we are facing to more problems and moreover struggles. We have to solve one by one and day by day we have reached in front of moving in your life. So why? But the general counsels and the flaws and marshalling of affairs come best from those and the learned. Every day we have learned about in there. Thank you, students. Remaining due to lesson continue to next class.